Welcome, everyone. This is Pineleaf Needles, and you're listening to LOTRO Players News, where we take a look at the latest news in LOTRO and here at LOTRO Players. And this week we have with us Andang,
Hey, everybody.
Terry Adwin,
Hi, hi.
Maven,
Hey, everybody.
Carvet.
At your service and your families.
And now let's go into the big story this week. Yeah, that was it.
That was great. That's awesome.
Well, for our house, we don't have any news this week, but we do have store sales. And what's on sale this week?
Well, this week's free sample is a simple rally horn. Use coupon code that you can find in the show notes. Also, 25% off Virtues, Virtue Bundles, Trait Slots, and Skill and Slayer deed boosts. I hate spending turbine points on some of that stuff, but
Yeah,
it does
but-
lessen the grind. It does lessen the grind, but if you've got the
Skill and
TP to
Slayer
spare.
deed boosts are awesome.
And I
Like you can bang out an entire tier of some deeds with those bad boys super fast.
and I did think of a little bit of news actually.
Yeah.
There actually on the forums was mentioned that the Palantir program has recently been given some updates that they're going to be going over, which means in about a month's time we might have a beta build, give or take,
Ooh.
of whatever the new update is. So that's a little bit exciting. It's good to know that, the work on the update hasn't stopped entirely with all the server stuff that's been going on. And so hopefully they'll get both the server stuff and the update done in the nearish future, in the next couple months. So, Soon
Yeah.
TM, yes.
Soon TM, yeah. Nearish. I don't know, it's such a fun word, nearish. Like, yeah, kind of nearish.
Like over there-ish.
Yeah, it's like over yonder, except it's closer than that.
Like sometime-ish.
Yeah. It's kind of vague-ish.
Let's head into the players' news. And we'll begin with our community events for March 4th through 10th. And anything exciting that you saw for this week?
Yeah, but I can figure out where I left my bookmark.
The Great Schnulsathon
Is over.
is over.
It was today.
Okay.
Some
that
of the
was-
best
that-
stuff happens on Saturdays.
There are
So
probably the majority of events are on Saturdays, Fridays and Saturdays.
That
Well,
makes
yes,
sense,
you
'cause
do
that's when
have
people
that.
are able to do stuff.
Let's see.
So anybody see anything interesting that hasn't taken place yet?
I'm looking.
Didn't even remember
Coming
I
soon,
considered
there
this
is
too.
Bulwer Took Day, which is on Laura Lynn's server in the Bird and Baby, and they have a party there in the yard, and it takes place on Thursday, March 17th. So be on the lookout for that. That's coming up.
That's gonna be really cool. Also, Ales and Tales this week is at the Maidens of Vanamore Kin House. So I'm guessing that Maidens of Vanamore is probably going to be performing at Ales and Tales.
Most likely.
They're really cool. They're really cool. I've seen them play before.
Awesome.
The Great Schnulzathon is foreign for cheesy music, as cheesy as possible. So I'm trying to decide what constitutes cheesy music in Lotro. Is it songs about wheels of cheese?
I don't know
Like,
because I wasn't there because it happened while I was out of the house today.
I'm like Nacho Libre, or things like The Great Velveeta, or like
Oh well.
Cheddar of My
I don't-
Eye. I mean, how does that work?
Oh well. That's. I remember one time I was at a dance and the caller was telling the musicians, now don't play any sad reels for this. So someone else came out and said, someone in the dance floor yelled out, yeah, play dorky reels instead. As the musicians took the challenge.
And that someone was Pineleaf, and he was never allowed on the
No, I
dance
was on the
floor
dance
again.
floor. I don't think. Let's head into the poll. Do you still want an EU's data center?
Well, apparently the popular vote on this was yes, they do still want a data center in the EU with 58%, 108 votes. And that's no surprise. There were a lot of Mez, though, on this poll with 29%, and 7% said no, and 6% said other.
So can we say then that this is most likely that a good percentage of the yeses were people living in Europe? A good percentage of the meh people were probably people who live in the States and
That is
are
what
affected?
that's what the comments on this poll suggest. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that most of the Mez were actually people not from the EU, so it didn't really affect them, so of course they're going to say meh.
Well then,
May? What do you mean? There's going to say May? No, I have nothing to do with it.
No, meh, not me.
so ending, how is our 1-year VIP code giveaway coming along?
Yes, well, it is definitely coming along, Pineleaf. People still have until March 12th to enter, and there are 624 comments on this giveaway. But there still is, an equal chance to win, pretty much. Just, it's a random number that's pulled, so feel free to leave a comment. Maybe you'll be the one that wins.
Oh, there's a lot of names on this page.
There are. It's
Like
a lot.
600 and something. I didn't catch the number, but
And
that's a lot. It needs to be
pro-
more. Come on, make it 1,000. Yeah.
That would be awesome. Pro tip for leaving comments on when they get this long, hit reply to the first comment so that you don't have to scroll all the way down to the bottom.
Dude.
We also had LOTRO Academy After School, episode number 2. And because we had some technical difficulties with LOTRO Academy, we had to go to a new cover art. And so therefore, there's a new style to the cover art that is coming along now since we decided to take an opportunity, or at least Brannick felt this was a good time to take an opportunity, that if we had to start over, we might as well change the style and liven it up.
It looks really nice.
Cool.
And anybody have anything to say about the episode? Other than lots of chatter.
Lots of chatter. Yeah.
Yeah, there was. It was good. I listened to part of it live, and it was really good. Lots of good questions.
What was a question that was kind of surprising to hear? If anybody remembers that far back.
Well, Carv, you'll have to listen to the podcast to find out.
I want a teaser. You're gonna be late
that
and
was a
give me
week
some kind
ago.
of promo. I want like someone to say, "Oh yeah, we had someone ask about blah 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 blah. You want to hear our answer? Check out the podcast." Give me like a promo teaser, man. Don't just say, "Well, you'll have to check it out." Well, I know I'll have to check it out, but give me a reason to.
I don't know. Brannick's in
Want
our
some
Mixler
coffee.
chat. Why don't we ask
We need more
Brannick?
coffee.
Do you remember anything? It happened. Okay, check it out.
It was good.
I don't remember what questions got asked, honestly.
All right, very well then.
It was a week ago.
And speaking
I know,
of,
it was a week ago.
speaking of
of-
answers, Small LOTRO's
listen to
Adventures
him.
had episode 42.
42!
The answer to everything.
The answer to life, universe, and everything. I get it now. Brilliant.
And if you wonder why it's called Ink, go and watch the episode. And of course, it is continuing with their series with Bingo Buffett.
Yes.
And we also have Casual Critters, an update to Budget LOTRO. They're budgeting LOTRO?
Budget LOTRO? Interesting. I'll have to read
Yeah, this
one.
was an interesting article. This is very different than Squirrel's other articles.
Yes.
This basically went in depth into some recent things relating to free to play and different things like that. And so he just kind of goes through how you would be able to budget going through the Lord of the Rings Online as a player.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
It's like a highlighted free to play stuff. He's not gonna just do a huge guide on free to play, but he's gonna highlight some of the questions. That's
Exactly.
awesome.
And I think it's funny at the bottom he says, or you can skip this entire series by winning the VIP giveaway.
It's good cross promotion there. If you're not watching somebody who's streaming a free to play account like on a Saturday morning or something, you could totally read these articles and get caught up too.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And of course, one of your ways that you could level if you are on the budget and wanting to get things to the lowest price as possible is, of course, to unlock all the epic skirmishes that are over in Moria and Mirkwood. And this week we have Piney's Pictorial Primer 2 skirmishing the Battle of the Way of Smiths, the second of the Moria skirmishes.
It takes so long.
How long does it
If
take?
you're looking to grind and do the level thing, don't do the ones that take too long. So don't do the Moria one.
Well, the defensive skirmishes in particular take longer than the
Yeah.
offensive.
Yeah.
Because the
'Cause you
defensive
have to-
ones,
you
you
have to
have to
wait for
wait for
stuff.
the counterattack. And if you're high DPS, you blow through it, and you're like, so,
La, 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 la,
like, I was
la.
hanging out with this NPC while I was waiting for the next wave to come, and she was all like,
And I
"How's
was
your
like,"
hair?" And I'm
and she was all
like,
like-
"It's fine, but the braids are coming undone because the orcs keep whipping." And oh, look, here comes some more orcs. Or if you're doing an offensive skirmish, just like, "Oh, he's dead. Good. Health's fine. Okay, next pull." So yeah.
So, Pineleaf, how long does it take to do these guides? Like only one of them. How long does it take?
Well, each one has been taking me a month to update. Since I do have an older
Wow.
version I'm building upon, they tended to take about a month in order to do the original version, and these are taking a month to update.
Knowing how much you play Lotro, that's a lot of time that you spend. Wow. Awesome,
he-
Pineleaf.
He paces himself.
Yeah, he
Right,
only does
because I'm doing other
1,000
stuff with
skirmishes
Lotro
a
also.
month.
Well, he has to pace himself because he does other stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what
I'm
I'm saying.
still-
I'm curious how many hours it is versus, if it takes a month, but if he's only working at 3-4 hours a week.
That's still a
12
lot
man
of
hours.
time.
Yeah, I mean, 12 man hours for a guide is a lot. It's a very thorough invest. What's the word I'm looking for?
Investment.
Investment in time that we all appreciate, Pine Leaf. I can't speak English so good right now, but I can say that even with my broken English, my grammatization being kerfluffled, we appreciate your time.
It is good investment in time.
It
Do it in an
is good
accent
for
and then
my
you can get away
heart
with
that you do these things. Yes, exactly.
Right.
This is
Let's
what
head into
happens
the-
when Erithert the grammar Nazi leaves the show. Everyone just forgets how to do it
I
right.
know, we just fall
Yes.
apart. I know it's true.
Now we'll have an unexpected link, which is the Family Line Part 82.
82. So many.
Yeah, they're continuing along.
That's
Looks like they need
almost
some
double
help.
Small Lotro Adventures. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Right. Yeah, it's getting there. Well, actually, I guess it would have been double a couple of weeks ago.
No, it's 2 away
Yeah.
from being double, Pineleaf. 84 is double of 42.
Yes, but then the Small Electro Adventures would be at 44.
Right. You're right. Move on.
Math is hard.
Math is hard. But the thing is, Small Ultra Adventures isn't every week, or at least it didn't used to be. So, anyway. Continue.
Right. All right. Yes. A Critter's Journey number 13. Oh, don't jinx it.
Yeah, I still love this series. This is my Saturday. This is the thing I look forward to on Saturdays, because depending on, and fortunately Squirrel has been getting them up early enough that I can get them in show notes when I do show notes in the morning. So I open up all the articles so that I can get links to put in show notes, and I usually have about 3 or 4 tabs left open, and one of them is always Critter's Journey so that I can read the episode. So I know what the episode's about when we have the show.
Ah,
Ooh, that's really cool.
But I really love this series.
Yeah, it's really good.
right.
I'm digging the
And
creative use of the various critters in the game to tell the story, not just the shall we say living critters.
Yup.
Let's head into Poems of the Pine, The Lord of Moria, Book 3 in our Volume 2 series. The 21st Hall was teeming with dwarves who strove to strengthen their stretch of the mines. A battered book we found in the ruins that bore the fate of Balin's folk. To avoid their fate, we must find some dwarves to purge the halls of the Hand of White. Few joined our raid, but we ridded the mines of Ashfar who ruled the Redhorn Lodes. Victory was ours, we vanquished the Hand, but they were not the main threat. Mazda did rule the Moria orcs, and he was the bane of Balin.
So how long
So
does it take
awesome.
you to do Poems of the Pine every week, finally?
Ooh, that varies depending on how much the muse is talking to me. I'm sure that if you've ever written anything, you know what I mean by that.
Oh yeah.
I can understand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was like, I remember doing Ashfar's passing this week or recently. It was fun.
Barnabas says that you do these during the skirmish.
During the skirmish.
You can just see it now. Dodge, parry, turn, rhyme, thrust.
You obviously have not been listening to my poems if you think I'm saying rhyme.
I
No,
know,
it's not
but
rhyming,
it was
it's-
funny.
It's alliteration.
No, it's
It was-
alliteration, so it'd be
yeah.
more like
Alliterate!
Dodge, turn, parry, thrust, alliterate, dodge, parry, spin.
Shield smash! Because,
Yeah,
Warden.
you know.
Dodge and duck, yes. With that, we'll head into our weekend Lotro. And Carvette, did you do anything interesting this week?
No.
A carve?
Hi. Sorry, I put my arms down and I ripped my headphones out of my ears so I couldn't hear the cue. Which is why I said, ouch.
The reason he did that is because you asked him if he did anything interesting, Piney, so he had to make something up because...
If this was on camera, that'd be really awkward right now, but it's an awkward silence. No, I made inadvertently a Middle-earth doppelganger of myself in real life on my Lore Master, which will be making an appearance on the Inopay stream on Saturday mornings at some point in the next month. I didn't realize how much he was going to look like me until I was done, and I went, wow, he kind of looks like me. Anyway, so yeah, that happened. Maven, how was your week?
It was epic. So I'm taking a leaf out of Pine Leaf's book there as a segue. So I did Helm's Dyke. I duoed Helm's Dyke this week and liked it. And the main reason I liked it was 2 reasons. One is I was with somebody who was way over, like topped out rank wise, so they could do all the stuff. But the other thing is I actually got, like a strategy lesson on how to set things up before starting, which was really cool. And it was just awesome. I didn't get all platinums. I got almost all platinums and a gold. So that was pretty awesome. And then I did Pelargir and one of the twins died. So it was an epic fail. So it was kind of like, I balanced out to neutral. I was trying to help somebody get through Pelargir for their, doing the epic quest, and it just didn't happen. We lost one of the twins. Those twins are tough to keep alive.
They
I don't care
have
where you
no
fight.
sense of self-preservation. They really, really don't.
I'm telling you. I mean,
It's
I
an
should
elf
have had a
thing.
chat with them. It's like, look, we did this at the Fort of Brunnen, guys. Really, honestly, let's not do this again, okay? I mean, really. Anyway, that was...
You'd think they would have at least like leveled up their armor or something. I mean, come on.
We just
That's right,
stacked
that's
more
right.
morale on
And
them.
dang, speaking of stuff. What did you do?
Great segue, Maven. Well, yes, I.
I know. It was like, how am I gonna get? I started the sentence and I'm like, I don't know where to go.
But yes,
You
anyway,
stop.
I survived the barrel downs for 8 whole minutes. Yeah, that's really not that big of an achievement. But thanks for Terry and Pinely for joining me on that. That was a lot of fun today, going through all the different skirmishes, streaming, and Great River, and not leveling full 2 levels. You know, the fun stuff. Um, so anyway, Terry, what have you been up to?
Well, after hunting down roving threats with the girls of Middle-earth, I took my Langevalteri through some
Yay!
tier 2 duo skirmishes solo, including Icy Crevasse, which Pineleaf says is the hard one.
It
But I
is
had
a
no
hard
trouble with it.
one.
I had no trouble.
Well,
Tier 2
it,
duo skirm on Langevalteri, and she's like barely even her morale barely budged. It was awesome.
Yeah, champion.
yeah, but if you're a
They're
champion
dead
and you've got
before they
lots
can
of,
hurt you.
well, see, that's the thing is it's an AOE class. Try to do that on a squishy
Well,
lore master.
single target champion because she's traded redline.
Yeah, but they'll
Are
still be
are
dead
you
before
cross
they have a
traded
chance
to
to
have
hurt
Shing?
you.
Are you
Yes, I am
cross-traded
cross
to have
traded to
Shing?
have the
Then
Shing.
there you go. It don't mean a thing unless you've got that swing. Do up, do up, do up, do up. I'm just saying,
Uh,
at level 100 with all of the fancy bells and whistles, you can do
Yeah.
pretty good.
You'll rip
Rhino
through
Breast
those.
says take her to the moors, and I've taken her to the moors, and she's not going back. Uh, Pineleaf, what have you been up to this week?
What I've been up to, I participated as a musician at the anniversary party for the Casual Raiders on the Brandywine server. That, of course, was with the Ninny Hammers, led by Lily Kate Buggins.
That's cool.
So let's head into our news beyond Lotro and Middle Earth video highlights. Golem's Spring, is that or
It's Song.
Song
Song?
Pineleaf.
Somebody get the Andang, move your cursor.
Yeah, he puts his cursor right on top of the O, so it looks like a P.
I had to get into the article, Pineleaf. I'm sorry.
We must have this precious. We will spring into action.
But
Yeah, Golem will spring into a song.
But yes, Pineleaf, this is different than the previous Golem song, which was sung by somebody being Golem. This one is actually the literal song that's titled Golem Song, where Peter Hollins did his own version of it, and he had this cool like graphic of the shifting between Smeagol and Golem, and it was really cool and really like well lit and produced, and the music's great too. So it was good all around.
All right, and they have released the first episode of Ren, the Girl with the Mark, which today was mainly exposition, I would say, an exposition episode.
It was.
Yeah, they had to lay a lot of groundwork, but
Not
I
so
was
much
really
exposition,
liking
just
where it was going. A lot of groundwork. They had to kind of set the stage for the world in the background of what you're getting into.
Right.
So it wasn't definitely like action and whatnot, but you could definitely see there's so much to the story they're just barely hinting at that I like to see where this is going to go.
yeah.
Especially with the like cross edits to other things that are going on that are not Ren related, and then cutting back to like what's going on. They're really setting the stage for some interesting things, and the fact that this is only a 10-minute episode, which these are each 10 minutes give or take. They had to do a lot of ground in a little bit of time, and so they did a really good job, I think, introducing the world and getting us acquainted with Ren. It was pretty good, I thought.
Yes, I went into this not knowing what the episode length was going to be. So it's okay. When they said it was a short series, it's a series of shorts.
Yes, but that's fairly typical for internet YouTube type stuff. They're
Yeah, I
typically
guess you got a
shorter.
point there.
So
Then let's
I'm
let's
looking
enter
forward to the
donations.
next one.
Oh,
Yeah.
We currently have 25 supporters on Patreon, and if you would like to join this illustrious raid of players and help support LOTRO players, you could go to the donations page where you can support the Players Alliance on Patreon. There you'll find rewards, including a mention on the podcast of your choice, or even be a guest host with us on LOTRO Players News. And how far are we from the next goal? Because we just recently hit a major one.
Yes, well, Pineleaf, we just recently hit the 1-year VIP code giveaway, which we mentioned previously in the show. And so now we are actually $49 away from a Steam card giveaway, a $100 Steam card giveaway on XP Quest, which is one of our newer sites, actually our newest one. So very excited about that. And you can actually use Steam cards for LOTRO points. So you could actually spend, it on LOTRO points and then other games like that are on Steam that are Lord of the Rings themed, or other games in general. So it's a pretty versatile giveaway.
Sweet.
Of course, this assumes that you use Steam.
That is true, but even if you don't, you can, download Steam and start the download of LOTRO, or no, I guess you have to go all the way through and download LOTRO completely. But if you have $100 in Steam cards, that would be a small price to pay to get a lot of turbine points. So anyway, it's very versatile,
You have a
and
point there.
a lot of people do use Steam. So
And our featured comment this week is from Christine Dotinga, who left a comment on LOTRO Players News, episode 139. Lovely episode. I find it quite relaxing to listen to these updates. I was always very curious what the title would be about. I did not anticipate it would be about me. Kind regards, not a potato.
yes, for those that don't know, this is actually the YouTuber friend that I have helping out working on Middle-earth lore.
Sweet.
And so, yes, not a potato indeed. Thank you, Maven.
I didn't say
If
it
you
this
would like to contact us, you can email us at podcast@LOTROPlayers.com. You could also follow us at Twitter, The Players Alliance @PlayersAlly, LOTRO Players @LOTRO Players, Andang @PVNP_Andang, Aerithert @Aerithert, Carvet @CarvetLP, Maven @Token Maven, Pineleaf @Pineleaf Niels, and Terry Adwin @Terry Adwin. The Players Alliance has 5 live shows. Every Monday at 8:30 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, we have DDO Players News. Every other Thursday at 9 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, we have XP Quest. On the last Friday of every month at 8:30 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, we have LOTRO Academy after school. Every Saturday at 8:30 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, we have LOTRO Players News. And every other Saturday after LOTRO Players News, we have Tales of the Free Folk. And you can join us for a live show at LOTROplayers.com/live. Thank you, everyone, for listening. This is Pineleaf Niels reminding you to skirmish responsibly.